Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Hayley.
Happy Monday, Micah. How are you today?
I am doing well. So it is December 2nd, 2024, and I'm wearing my alma mater sweatshirt, Cameron University. Go Cameron
Yay.
University. So just kind of slow getting going today after the Thanksgiving weekend. So I got up early, drank my coffee, and then I've been running around doing office errands all morning. And then I got to run home, take a shower, probably too much information, and then start seeing clients here in about an hour or two. So anyway, that's how my morning's going. How about you, Haley?
So far, so good. Caffeinated, motivated, hit the ground running about 9 o'clock this morning, answering emails, seeing clients, writing notes, and everything in between. So I'm productive today, making up for the last five, I think.
Ah, nice, nice. So tell us what's coming up with OCI. I know we have a really eventful week this week.
We do. So, folks, this is your last chance for live CEs for the rest of the year. And so, if you are a clinician who needs those live CEs, I'm looking at you, LCSW folks. We are approved for Oklahoma LCSWs. And so, if you need those live CEs, we have many chances this week to earn them. This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is our annual winter workshop weekend. We have two opportunities to earn ethics credits, an opportunity for supervision. We have everything from CBT for autism to supervision with Jessica Patterson to Dr. Pilecki, welcoming him back again for psilocybin assisted treatment and more. And so, if you would like to get some CEs before the end of the year, or if you're an LPC or an LADC and just want to get a head start, you can go to the counselinginstitute.org. And that's where you find the full lineup of our live webinars, as well as a link to our online catalog, too. Because on top of that, we have, I forgot how many we said last week. I think we have about 60 on demand courses right
Yeah,
now.
60. Yes.
60 on demand courses with many more to come. And so, plenty of opportunities to earn your CEs before the end of the year. I've seen a lot of traffic the last few days. So I think folks are wrapping up their CEs, Micah. So I think it's going to be a busy month for us.
Oh, that is fantastic. Yeah, I'm really excited about who we're having coming for the winter webinar weekend. And as you said, if people need those live CEs, then that's great place to get them. Or if you're kind of like me, I just do better with either in-person live stuff or online live stuff. Whenever it comes to on-demand stuff, it's something that I'll just kind of put off. So I do better having that accountability to make sure I got to be there at that time. So even if you just kind of do better in that type of situation. And as I've mentioned before, we are a NBCC provider. So that's the National Board of Certified Counselors. And so a lot of other states licensure boards will take NBCC credit for their license. So if you have a friend or colleague that's from a different state, then tell them about us and what all that we offer. You don't have to be from Oklahoma. I was looking just a few minutes ago, Haley, we have people from Alaska that purchased some of our courses last week. And then there was another one. I can't remember where the second one was from. I want to say California, something like that. But anyway, so we are having more of those out-of-state people that are coming and getting their continuing education with us, which is really exciting. Not just being there for Oklahomans, but also for other clinicians throughout the United States.
Yes, we're very, very grateful to serve everybody. And so, a full lineup coming up, like Micah said, and also in OCI news. Micah, our summer super summit is 6 months away, but
Yes.
we only have 10 booth spaces available.
Oh,
And
wow.
so,
Yeah. So if you need your booth space, your organization wants to come and get a booth with us, you need to contact Haley pretty quickly then so that you can get that booth space set up.
yes, I'm very happy to say that we have a stacked lineup that is coming together. We should be announcing that lineup after the first of the year. And so, if you're interested in joining, right now is a great time to join as well. If you'd like to attend as a participant, because our early bird sign up ends January 15th.
Oh, yeah. So you can still go to our website, counselinginstitute.org, and get the early bird sign up for that because, summer will be here before we know it. And it's been so much fun. This is our fifth annual.
Fourth annual.
Fourth annual, our
Fourth
fourth
annual.
annual. Summer Super Summit, and they just keep getting better and better. And I know we have a lot of people lined up. I know we can't announce them yet, but it's going to be a really exciting lineup. I know Hayley's been working really hard on contacting people, and we're going to have a great bunch of speakers that will be coming in for us.
Yes, and so be sure to sign up before the announcement is made so you get that early bird rate, and we hope to see you in May.
Awesome. And so, Hayley, tell us what's going on in the world of mental health.
So a couple of things. One, I don't know if this is necessarily news. It's probably old news. But Micah, do you realize that this is the 70th year anniversary of the Robbers Cave experiment?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so the Robbers Cave experiment took place in Robbers Cave State Park, which is now known as, which is out in eastern Oklahoma. It was conducted by OU professors Dr. Musafer and Carolyn Wood-Sharif. And it was a study that is in all of the general psychology textbooks. I'm sure we can all remember back to our Psychology 101 days whenever it discussed intergroup conflict. And so Dr. Sharif would put two groups of boys at competition with each other, and they created this rivalry between the groups. It's escalated into violence at some points. Spoiler alert, the study has since been said to be unethical for some reason. But then he puts the two boys together at a task to complete together. And what happened was they started to resolve the conflict between the groups. And so it was a landmark study, an intergroup conflict that took place here in Oklahoma. And I can't believe it's been 70 years since that occurred.
Wow, that is something. Yeah.
And some of the participants are still alive, and they do talks every once in a while. And KOSU actually had an interview with one of the participants, so you should check that out if you're interested in learning more.
Oh, well, fantastic. Well, I didn't realize that. You say it's in all the general psych books, and I must have just read right past that.
Oh man, yeah. I got really familiar with it too, teaching the NBCC boot camp class this year too.
Well, great. Well, talking about some other things going on in the world of mental health, the Oklahoma Institute for Child Advocacy just wrapped up their fall forum, and they announced the things that they're going to focus on for this upcoming legislative season. And the 4 things that they've identified: access to health support programs, school learning loss issues, child care paid family leave policies, and then support programs for foster families, bridging parents and biological mothers and fathers. And so that's something that I felt like was really interesting. If you are familiar with the Oklahoma Institute for Child Advocacy, they've done some great work here in Oklahoma for a while now. And so reading that article, which was in the Duncan Banner, made me just recognize that we're coming close to our legislative session starting. And last year we put up our legislation tracker, which was the first year that we had done that, and kept track of different types of bills that were working their way through the Oklahoma legislation, and being able to have more of a heads up on what was going on. I think, as I mentioned before, we got kind of caught off guard when it came to the health information exchange. And so seeing that there was not a lot of professional organizations that were keeping people updated on what was going on with everything pertaining to mental health, not just kind of their own particular things that they're interested in, but everything going on with mental health. So we put that up last year that people could be able to see what bills were being proposed, how they're working their way through. And then we had our first town hall meeting last February with the Healthy Minds Policy Initiative, and then also with the Oklahoma Association for Addiction Professionals. And they came and talked about what legislation they were looking at and that they were interested in. And so that's something that we're going to do again in 2025, is set up a town hall, invite all the associations to come, just like we did last year, and be able to just be informed as mental health clinicians in Oklahoma what type of legislation is being proposed in the 2025 session.
Yes, that's probably one of the most challenging parts of our career, is that advocacy part, just staying informed of everything, especially with how many bills are introduced every legislative season. It'd be hard to keep track of the dozens, if not hundreds, that pertain to the field of mental health. And so I love that we do this, not only for the community, for personally too, to help me to stay informed as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, talking about how we try to let people know everything that's out there. So one of the things that came up, it did not work its way past committee, but was giving psychologists prescription rights. And so that was something that went to committee. It didn't go past committee, but the psychologists knew about it because obviously it's pertaining to their profession. So Oklahoma Psychological Association was reporting about that. The psychiatrists knew about it because that's kind of getting into their area a little bit as far as prescription, but it wasn't anything that any of the, the Oklahoma Counseling Association, the Oklahoma Social Work Association, none of them were reporting on it because it didn't have to do with counselors or social workers or things. And so that's something that I think is really good about us, is that we're able to help cover kind of all the different types of mental health professions here in Oklahoma, and letting everyone know kind of a little bit about what's going on with all of them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So Hayley, you have one more piece of news for us?
I do. This actually comes from NPR. So NPR reported on the 2020 Lancet Commission on Dementia Prevention Study. And so what this study did is that it looked at 12 lifestyle factors that can contribute to someone's risk of developing dementia. And what the study found is that up to 40 to 45% of dementia cases could be prevented by focusing on these 12 lifestyle factors. And these 12 lifestyle factors include everything from anxiety, depression, and sleep, but also stress, high blood pressure, monitoring HDL, cholesterol. But something that surprised me too was a couple more of these were hearing loss and vision loss. So the study said not necessarily that hearing loss and vision loss itself can lead to dementia, but if those conditions go untreated, then those can increase the risk of somebody developing dementia. And so having mulled that over a little bit this morning, I can see that, if we can't hear, maybe we can't engage in conversations as much, we feel more isolated, which we know isolation is a risk factor for developing dementia, as well as if we can't see very well, maybe we can't read or engage in our hobbies as easily as we could before, which, that could, of course, increase our risk of dementia. And so it was a fascinating look at dementia that I'd never really considered before. And so, up to 40 to 45% dementia cases could be prevented just by attuning ourselves or monitoring those lifestyle factors.
Wow, that is really interesting. Yeah, and I hadn't thought about that before. So I'll definitely have to check out the 12 and see which ones I need to focus more on. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we have our weekly question to be able to enter people into our weekly drawing. So Hayley, what is our question for this week?
This week, our question is, what are some Black Friday steals and deals that you got this last week? I know the day after Thanksgiving is often a big shopping day for folks. Mike and I already kind of talked about this before. Neither one of us really shopped on Thanksgiving, but I did get a Black Friday deal. Do you want to hear my Black Friday deal?
Yes, what is your Black Friday deal?
My Black Friday deal I get every time I go to Half Price Books. Because Half Price Books, the books are half price or half of MSRP, and I loaded up on books on Saturday. And so it's not quite a Black Friday deal, but it's a deal to me. I love me some Half Price books.
Oh, well, nice. Well, that does sound like that's a good deal. And I've heard a lot of people aren't getting up early to go to the stores as much as just going online. And then today is Cyber Monday. So I hear it's been a really good season as far as people, shopping and things like that. So even though I haven't done it, I will have to get out there later on and make sure that I pick up a few things for my people. So we'd love to hear if you found a Black Friday deal, and put that in the comment section. If you're just more like me and just waiting, not really buying a whole lot of stuff right now, that's okay too. You can put that in the comment section, because anytime that you comment, like, or share a post, you get an entry into our weekly drawing.
Yes. And so be sure to like, share, and comment. And every time you do one of those three things is another chance to win. So we appreciate all of your support.
Yes, absolutely. And anytime that you do any of those things, or attend a live webinar, attend an on-demand course, attend an in-person workshop, tell a colleague about us. Anytime that you do any of those, then you're helping to help us meet the mission of providing quality continuing education in Oklahoma. So thank you guys so much for that. Everybody have a good week. And we hope to see many of you guys at the Winter winter webinar weekend that's coming up this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And we hope to see you there. And if not, we'll see you next Monday.
We'll see you next Monday. Have a good week.
Bye, everyone.